Hello, guys, and welcome to Odds on Ligue, fourth match day, and we have Alain Valnegri live today with us, like every Tuesday, to analyze the new match day. How are you, Alain? 6 out of 10 in the last match day is not bad.
Hello, Edu. Yes. We improve. It's difficult. Every week we take risk, and it's a good score. It's a good score, but we want to improve. We want to improve that score, and we are here for that, Edu.
Exactly, especially with the negative surprises of Nice or Monaco that they haven't started well this season. Alain will tell us why. So, guys, remember to follow the video with us, comment, of course, subscribe, and now let's go on with the show. And our first game is on Friday. We have to go to the islands, to Corsica, Ajaccio, Lille, one team from the island, the other one from the north of France. First defeat for Fonseca with Lille, of course, was against PSG, so we don't take in consideration the games against PSG in this league, whereas for Ajaccio, Alain, is going to be a tough season, only 1 point, but also we have to take in consideration that their calendar was very tough in these first 3 games.
Yes. Ajaccio gave me a very good feeling. Very good feeling. Is a team changed not a lot. They conserved the base, the structure about the last season. We remember last season they received only 19 goals during the season. Their score 38 is a team able to win 1-0 the game. Now they must to start about that. Lille, how can Lille have a reaction after the losing against Paris Saint-Germain? They have the problem with Bayo, who was out before the game because he went in a nightclub one night before the game. If we analyze the model of play, both teams, we have a really defensive team, really aggressive, a collective really strong against a team who's changed the model of play for a model of play really more offensive. That one bring me to think we can try Ajaccio win 𝐿𝐴 The odds are really interesting. 2.40 for Ajaccio. Don't lose against Lille Friday.
Okay, first surprise. Ajaccio is on handicap 0 or draw, no bet. If there is a draw, we get our money back. Welcome back, Rui Pedro. We know that you are a big fan of this Ligue 1 show. On Saturday, we have 2 games. Auxerre, Strasbourg is the first one. Auxerre, another newly promoted team, but in this case, they are collecting a lot of points, 4 points in these first 3 games. Their first victory came in the last match day against Montpellier away, 1-2, and Strasbourg, Alain, one of these teams that they haven't started well the season. Only 2 points, and especially at home, that last season they were very strong. Usually in Alsace they have their stronghold, but they haven't been able to win at home.
Yes, it's strange because the friendly game was really good, brilliant for Strasbourg during the summer, but the beginning of Ligue 1 is a little difficult for the team of Alsace. Both teams, Auxerre and Racing Club de Strasbourg, in the 3 first games, they score in every game, and that one can be both teams can be team of both teams to score in the season. Maybe one of the best to choose that type of odds. Auxerre winning in Montpellier in a direct game between a team who will be fighting to save the category. Strasbourg have more ambition between Auxerre, but for that game I saw both teams to score odds 1.80 for that game.
All right, both teams to score. Alain, your audio is a bit choppy, as 𝐬𝐿𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐶𝐿 is telling us. try to fix it or unplug again the microphone or something, because we cannot hear you properly. Both teams to score. Many people were saying that in the first game on Friday was good. Also, the both teams to score against Ajaccio and Lille. This is also the tip for Auxerre Strasbourg. And actually, if we check our website in Ligue 1, we have the stats below, and we see that many teams so far in this Ligue 1 have seen their games, both teams to score. 8 teams have scored. Both teams to score in all 3 games. This is a lot, so it's a good option for you in the Ligue 1 to bet on both teams to score. Sarwar is going for Strasbourg to win in corners for this Auxerre Strasbourg. And the other game we have on Saturday is a good one. Lens Lens really good start this season, 7 points. They thrashed Monaco. Was a big surprise, 1-4, especially not only for the victory, but the way it came, the victory in the Louis II at home. They were able, for instance, to beat Brest in the opening match day, whereas for Rennes, they got the first victory of the season, 2-1, suffering against Ajaccio, despite ending the game with 9 men away. Alain, they've played only 1 game this season and was a draw in Monaco.
Yes, this is one of the biggest games about this journey. Nantes is in a very good form. It's in a very good form. The model of play is the same about the last season. They give continuity. They don't lose a lot of player to make weak the team. In change, Rennes, 𝐬𝐭𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜 is searching the best system. We saw some changement about the last game at home against Ajaccio. We saw a lot of doubt about Rennes. The team, the squad is a very good squad, but in the center of the defense, I saw some doubt in this first game. They concede a lot of occasion. And for that game, I think Lens is favorite. Lens is favorite. We can try Lens winning at home. The odds are really interesting. Lens winning at home, odds 2.55.
Lens then to win at home. This is a very interesting game. I still have some problems, Alain, when I'm listening to you. Try to unplug or plug again your mic or do something, because the sound is not good. Before we analyze the other games that we have on Sunday, starting with the early kickoff at 1 p.m., we have Nantes, Toulouse. Great start for Toulouse in their comeback to Ligue 1, still without a defeat. They drew with Lorient after that victory away 0-3 in Troyes. Now they have to play against Nantes. That is one of these disappointments of the season. They started losing the Super Cup. That was normal against PSG, but still no victories, 2 points only in this start. They put a fight against OM, against Olympique de Marseille, but they lost at the Velodrome.
Yes. It's a big revenge about the playoff 2 seasons ago, when Nantes can win that playoff against Toulouse, but with referee decision really strange. And for that one, I think Toulouse will be really motivated for that game. We saw a very good Nantes in Marseille. They miss in the finalization, but the team made a very good game. But in defense, the mistakes punish Nantes against Olympique Marseille. Toulouse against Lorient, we saw when Toulouse start to be too confident, especially with the defensive line, they'll concede, and that one I think is something we will be so and reproduce in every journey in this season. For that game, both teams to score for me is interesting. The odds are 1.75, and if we consider the defensive mistake both teams had from the beginning of the season, it's probably we will be so both teams score in La Beaujoire Sunday afternoon.
Okay, Rui Pedro is going for Nantes to win or draw no bet. In this case, for Nantes, the odds are very good. For Nantes, that's for sure. 2.5 in his opinion. Nantes, they are playing well, but of course they are not getting the result. And also some people like Rakip expects goals in this game, or at least for Nantes, over 1.75. Two teams in the middle of the table, Brest, Montpellier, with 4 points Brest, with 3 points Montpellier. Their only victory came against Troyes in the first match day. After that, defeat against PSG, defeat against Montpellier, whereas for Brest, they got the first victory of the season, beating Angers 1-3 away. Alain, the odds are very, very low, I would say, for Brest, around 2.0. The bookies don't have any trust on Montpellier.
But Montpellier outside away, they had problem the last season, and all the things, all the input give us that there will be following suffer. Away is a really, really young team. Montpellier, they need to score a lot to winning a game in change. Brest is a really strong team. In the collective perspective, the model of play is really clear. The identity too is an aggressive team, and in offensive phase they have a lot of solution. When they play at home, they're strong. We saw that the last season is a special game because the manager of Montpellier, 𝐬𝐭𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐿, and Dall'Olio, the manager of Montpellier, 𝐬𝐭𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐿 from Brest, sorry, and Dall'Olio from Montpellier, they manage both the Rivers team 2 seasons ago, and it's a special game. It's a special game. We saw strange results the last season. Between both teams that play again, but I think Brest have something more in the collective perspective and in the solidity and the play at home. I choose Brest winning, odds 2.05 for the Breton winning Sunday.
Okay, then you trust these odds around 2 for Brest to beat Montpellier. Then we have Lorient, Clermont, two teams that haven't lost yet this season. Last season they were fighting to avoid relegation, and both had a really good start. Lorient with 4 points in only 2 games after the draw against Toulouse and beating Rennes in the first match day, whereas for Clermont, I'm wrong actually, because they were defeated by PSG in the first match day, and after that defeat, the first one of the season, 2 victories against Nice and Reims with 6 points. Still, Lorient really favorite for this game. Alain, what do you expect in this Lorient-Clermont?
I think Lorient is in a very good form. They found a goalkeeper, and 𝐜𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐿 made the difference from the beginning of the season. In the case Clermont is a little strange, the season of Clermont, in the sense of I think they have more points than that game, because the context about the 2 victory against Reims in the second journey and the last journey against Nice, in every game they can play with 1 or 2 players more, and that one doesn't give me this stability about the team, especially when there will be found a team like Lorient with that type of structure. Lorient at home is strong. Lorient is always difficult to play in Lorient. Clermont, I conserve the image about the first game in the season and not in the last two journey. Lorient is winning. Odds are interesting. 2.10 for Lorient winning Sunday in Bretagne.
Another home victory in this case, and now we have the most interesting game, in my opinion, for this 4th match day. Nice Olympique Marseille in the Côte d'Azur in August, so good time. of course, to go to the Allianz Rivière with Nice in crisis, we can say, in this start of the season, because no victories for them. They even lost in the conference against Maccabi Tel Aviv, lost to Clermont, drew with Toulouse and Strasbourg, so really negative start for them, whereas for Olympique de Marseille, we can say totally the contrary. For Tudor, 7 points. It's true that they suffer against Nantes, but they got the result, Alain, and if we check the odds, it's basically the same as we can see for Nice and Olympique Marseille. Perhaps it's good not to go for the visitor in this case.
But both teams have problem. Needs start a process to change his model of play. The Favre doesn't have a concrete idea about how he will play, and especially and more, he doesn't have his 11 start in his mind. Is difficult. We saw that in Clermont with Delors in the bench, with Attal in the bench too. The things are not clear in the head of the Swiss manager. Marseille have problem. The problem is between Tudor and the vestry, because we saw Payet in the bench during the game against Nantes. Cengiz Under was he quit Cengiz Under, and the communication no verbal was not the best, and we saw Cengiz really upset. He had problem with Guendouzi, he has problem with Payet, he has a lot of relationship problem. He make me record the problem he has with the vestry in Galatasaray. Tudor is a strong character, and in Marseille he has problem. Now he has 7 points. Is a good balance, but this game is really difficult. Is a derby of Côte d'Azur. I think Nice must to react in that game, but OM can be scored. In Rivière Arena, both teams to score, I think is the most safe choice for that game. Odds 1.75 for Nice and Marseille score Sunday during the derby.
Very early, no, for Tudor to have problems with the main stars of Olympique Marseille. Many people here are trusting Nice with Asian Handicap 0, like Rui Pedro, for instance, or Rakip, asking for Nice Handicap 0. In this case, odds are 1.95, more or less, for both sides, actually, if you trust both sides. Sarwar is going for a draw. 𝐬𝐿 also for both teams to score. So this is the best game of the match day. So leave your comments, of course, telling us what do you think. Alain is tipping both teams to score for this Nice Marseille, but also a good option to go for Nice, for instance, Asian Handicap 0, or if you trust Nice to win a straight victory, odds are 2.73. And from the Côte d'Azur, we go to Troyes, Angers, Troyes, the only team with 0 points, 3 games, 3 defeats, the last one against Lyon. And for Angers, Alain, the things haven't started well as well, only 2 points, so no victories yet for these two teams.
Yes, it's a scary game of the weekend. The feeling about both teams are not so good. The summer, the Mercato was not the best for both teams. Angers maybe have something advantage because they change less, but Troyes is in a very bad moment. Is probably the manager more a risk in Ligue 1 in this moment. The manager of Troyes. Angers is against Brest. I think the send-off changed the history of the game. They have a reaction. They're great with the 3-1 against, and in this moment, I think is more team in the collective perspective. I think SCO d'Angers have something more, and in 3, the manager is really a risk. We can try the victory Angers X no bet. The odds are interesting because it's 2.002. I'm surprised of the odds of 3. I saw more Angers favorite for that game.
Okay, Angers Asian Handicap 0. Indeed, 3 are favorite. Someone is also suggesting Hickson under 2.5 goals. And this is a scary game. 1.8 only for under 2.5 goals. This is the both teams to lose, no? As we usually say, the game of the match day. The scary one. And next game we have Reims, Lyon. Good start of the season for Lyon. Remember that they have 6 points, but they've only played 2 games because they couldn't play against Lorient. They beat 3, they beat Ajaccio, and as you mentioned, Alain 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴 is back to Ligue and scoring goals in both games. Now they have a trip to Reims with only 1 point for Óscar García's men. That draw against Strasbourg.
Yes, Stade de Reims changed something during the summer. The 𝐿𝐴𝐴 went to Greece. Two very interesting things about the Stade de Reims. In Strasbourg, we start to show the Stade de Reims about the last season. Serious team. Really a good position. The space home doesn't the game that Pete. I'm really to watch positive results about Lyon, and is what the risk of the week. Every week we try to some risk, and I think Reims we can play the double 1x odds 2.16 for the Óscar García doesn't lose against Lyon Sunday.
Okay, surprise of the match day, indeed. Reims, double chance, so Lyon is not winning. Someone is commenting here, Bon Jovi and Hickson, for instance, 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴 anytime scorer since he scored in both games, the former Arsenal striker. And the last match of the 4th match day in the Parc des Princes is PSG Monaco. Right now it's very difficult to bet against PSG. 9 points in 3 games, 17 goals scored. Neymar already has scored 5 goals, Mbappe 4 goals. Whereas for Monaco, it's a bad start of the season. That defeat against Lens following the knockout in the Champions League against PSV. So bad times for Monaco with 4 points in the middle of the table. Good times for PSG. Alain, I guess if we want to bet in this game, we have to put our money on PSG or on goals for this game.
Yes, we have two opposite feelings about both teams. Monaco with ambition, but Monaco a lot of problem. We saw in Champions against PSV Eindhoven. We saw in the last game what is the relationship between the vestry and Philippe Clermont. I think something is not running in Monaco. Actually, is the worst moment to Paris.
I think we are losing a little bit. Alain, analyzing this PSG Monaco. Let's hope he is back. In the meantime, we can actually check the odds, for instance, for the Asian handicap for this game, because someone was suggesting PSG winning at least for 2 goals. It's very difficult actually to place bets in this game, because the odds are very low for PSG. As we can see, we have to go, -4 is a bit too much going for PSG, but -3, for instance, odds are 3.4 is very risky going for these very low odds in this case if we want to back PSG against Monaco, and Monaco with a really bad start of the season. For 𝐬𝐻𝐽 is PSG to win and both teams to score. This is usually also a good idea when we are backing PSG in this Ligue 1, because with Galtier, they look much more like a team and they are scoring a lot of goals, but sometimes, as it happened also with Pochettino, they are conceding some goals. 𝐻𝐽 is also telling us PSG over 1.5 goals in the first half. Perhaps we see a tough game, and it's not bad also. Sarwar is telling us to go for bookings, betting on cards in this PSG Monaco. And if we don't have Alain yet back, we can go directly actually to our safe bet of this match day that I have it. Alain's safe bet for this match day is actually PSG to win. He's very confident that PSG is going to beat Monaco. 1.3 for PSG to win. Alain, are you back to analyze this PSG Monaco? Well, we are having problems, so I'm gonna finish the video telling you the safe bet for this match day, PSG to win, and also we can see Alain's ACCA for this match day. He was very close to get it right in the previous match day, but it didn't go through. Alain, can you hear me? Are you back?
Yes.
We couldn't hear you analyzing the
Here.
PSG Monaco.
The technology
These things happen. Tell us your tip for PSG Monaco.
Opposite feeling for that game. I think PSG was finally we saw a team can have that individual potential to convert that in a collective potential, and we saw that in the results, and we saw that in the content. In the content, the team are running really well. In change Monaco, I think something between Clermont and the team are not running. We saw that against Racing Club de Lens, the team is in a crisis, and I think Clermont is one of the manager to have risk to lose his job in this season, because the team are have something more potential than the results. Now that game arrived in the worst moment for Monaco. I saw over 3.75, odds 1.81, and is my safe bet to PSG winning against Monaco 1.25.
Okay, well, I don't know what is worse, Alain, your Wi-Fi, Clermont, or Troyes, as Rui Pedro is telling us. All these three are in difficulties for this match day. Let's finish the video with your ACCA, Alain. Let's see if we can hear you.
My ACCA, Auxerre, Strasbourg, both team to score. Nantes, Toulouse, both team to score. Nice, Marseille, both team to score. And Paris Saint-Germain, AS Monaco, over 3.75 goals for a total 10-0.
All right, a lot of goals in this Ligue 1, and actually, if we check the stats for the Ligue 1, we are seeing a lot of goals in these three first match days. As I mentioned, 8 teams have seen their games with both teams to score, so it's a good option to keep betting on that. Alain, thank you, but for your Wi-Fi, but thank you for, for your knowledge and for your tips. Thanks everyone also for following with us. Of course, the Ligue 1, and see you next week. Enjoy Ligue 1, enjoy France. Au revoir.